All right, so today I'm going to talk about this is Bo, and today I'm going to talk about my 7 colonies that got killed last year in one day in July. And so the backstory behind that, the aftermath of that, the lessons learned, everything. So, anyways, last year I went from 2 to 22 colonies, and in one day I went from 22 down to 15. So what happened? In short, what happened is this: my dad, he had cattle that were probably 60 feet away. And they were in the trailer, and he was moving them, and he needed to dust them, and so he dusted the cattle with this pyrethrin. Pyrethrin. I just have a hard time saying that word, and it's even harder because pyrethrin comes from what's it? Caranthiums. Or see, yeah, those words. You look it up though. Anyways, so he dusted his cattle, and it happened to be my bees are downwind, like directly downwind of where he was dusting. And where I live on the west coast, the wind blows from, it usually blows like one direction. It goes from west to east, directly west, directly east. Besides in the winter, sometimes it'll go from the north to the south. But most of the time, 99% of the time where I live, the wind blows from west to east. So, anyways, yeah, I went there one day and I was like, what did I do? I don't have any idea. And then I was walking out of there and I noticed the, bottle of, comes in like a Pringles canister ish thing. And same type of canister shape. I noticed that canister of fly dust. And I was like, fly dust? And I looked at it and I typed in pyrethrin, and can that hurt bees? And it's like pyrethrin is highly toxic to bees. Should only be used, from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. when bees are in their hive. Well, the bees definitely weren't in their hives that day, but I was thinking about that, and that's another reason I made a video about talking about like why you should start off with two colonies instead of one. And I was thinking about that this morning, and I was like, if those would have only been my 7 colonies, I mean, I would have been done. I'd have been buying bees again, and it's just crazy how like, well, there's 6 colonies here, and then I've got 2 colonies at another place and 1 colony at another place. But it's like the more bee yards you have, the more probability is that you're going to be successful, because you just never know what's going to happen. My dad, he was so sad, and I was bummed. But to be to be like really 100% honest with you, I wasn't that bummed. And you're like, what, dude? Like all those bees dead, and like you're not that bummed? And it's like, no, I'm not, because I went from 2 to 22 in one season. I was like, there was bees everywhere, and I was like, trying to get a grip on what's going on, and then to have that workload taken away just like that, it gave me the ability to step back and think about what my goals are in beekeeping and where I want to go with beekeeping. And most people, my thinking was, I just want to get big. I just want to, I want to get that 500 colonies, and go commercial. And but then I see other funner opportunities, as far as specifically what I'm talking about is like what I'm doing right now, just telling stories. I'm a talker, so why not do that? Um, education, innovation. We've got Swarm Commander, but shoot, could the market sustain another, swarm lure? Sure, or some sort of patty. Well, I'm using this guy's patty right now, but so I probably wouldn't go that route. But a good friend of my dad's actually made a mycelium patty that all the research up at WCU. He looked into all this research and everything, and talking about what the Africans do and all this stuff, and he's got this patty that he I've got on my colonies right now. I got it on March 5th, and we're gonna see how that does with the mite counts on the 19th. I'm gonna do a mite wash 19th. I think today's I don't know, 13th, 14th. But anyways, yeah, the 7 colonies. You know, that's the story behind it. And anyways, I feel kind of like I'm at a loss right now, so I'm just gonna shut this video down. But now you know what happened to the 7 colonies.